Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at finding our special quadrilaterals, and this is going off of what we did yesterday, which is to look at polygons. So quadrilaterals are a type of polygon, and we're going to learn more about that. When you are done with the EdPuzzle, you will do your home link, then you will do your math boxes, and finally you will do IXL AA4 until you get at least a SMART score of 80. So looking at our objective today, I can describe quadrilaterals by identifying their attributes. Remember, the attributes are their special features. So we're going to be looking at those special features of quadrilaterals. All right, I want you to solve these problems. How many sides are there altogether in 4 triangles? You should have answered 12 because a triangle has 3 sides. So if I have 4 of them, I would have 4 times 3. I can count by threes 4 times 3, 6, 9, 12 to get 12 sides. How many sides are there altogether in 4 pentagons? Well, pentagons mean 5 sides, and so if I have 4 of them, my number sentence would be 4 times 5, and I can count by fives to get my answer. 5, 10, 15, 20. How many sides are there altogether in 3 octagons? Well, octagons have 8 sides, so I need 3 8s or 3 times 8. I could also do an addition problem. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. So there are 24 sides in 3 octagons. So like I said before, we are going to be looking at quadrilaterals. And quadrilaterals are polygons with 4 sides. The prefix quad means 4. All quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 vertices, or the points. Another name for a quadrilateral is a quadrangle. Sometimes I will use quadrilateral, sometimes I'll use quadrangle. We are going to take some time to look at the attributes or the features of these special quadrilaterals. This is in your SRB if you want to use it. Remember, you do not have an SRB. It is online. You will have to go to the McGraw-Hill website, and when you log into your Everyday Math website, you will find the SRB at the top right of your page. And this is in here just so that you could go back and you could look at what is a parallelogram or what does a rhombus look like. This is a resource book. All right, so the types of quadrilaterals that we're going to be looking at. First one is a square. Pretty basic, but we need to be able to describe a square and we need to know the attributes. Squares have 4 sides. It's a quadrilateral. Remember, quad means 4. But all 4 sides are equal in length. So all of them are the same length all the way around. And squares have those right angles. So remember yesterday I drew the little right angle in. This is that right angle. It makes a square corner or square when I draw that in. Our next quadrilateral is a rectangle. Again, it's another pretty basic one. We know that there are 4 sides, and it has 2 pairs of opposite parallel sides. Remember, parallel means they will never cross. So the left and the right on this rectangle are parallel to each other. And then we have the top and the bottom are parallel. They will never cross. So that's why we say 2 pairs of opposite. So opposite meaning across from them. And there are 4 right angles, just like with the square. So I can draw that little box to show that it is a right angle. My next shape is a parallelogram. And a parallelogram looks a little bit like this rectangle, only it's kind of slanted. It's been pushed over a little bit. What makes a parallelogram different from a rectangle is that it has four sides, two pairs of opposite parallel sides. So again, we have the top and the bottom and the left and the right that are parallel, but what makes it different is that these do not have right angles. They are not right angles. All right, looking at our next one, a rhombus. A rhombus is similar to a square. A rhombus has four sides, and all four sides are equal, just like a square. The only difference is rhombuses don't have to have square corners or square angles or right angles. Whatever we call them, they don't have to have those right angles. A trapezoid is another type of quadrilateral. Trapezoids have four sides, and they only have one pair of parallel sides, so this top and this bottom are parallel. Now, I keep talking about those parallel sides, and what it means is the top, if we kept extending it out forever, they would never get any closer. They would always be the same distance apart from each other because they are parallel. They'll never cross. If I were to extend out my left and right, that's not going to happen. So here's my left side. Here's this right side. They meet and they cross right here. The space between the top of it and the bottom of it, it is closer at the top than they are at the bottom. This is not parallel, so it only has one pair of parallel sides, the top and the bottom. Looking at the final one, the kite. The kite has four sides. It has two sets of equal sides. So this side is equal to this side. And then my other set is going to be this side and this side. But they're not opposite of each other like a rectangle or a square. It is right next to each other. So a kite is different than a rectangle. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the attributes of each of these shapes. First thing is, what is this shape? What is this shape? You should have said that this is a square. This is a rhombus. What makes the square and the rhombus, what do they have in common? Well, I know that they are both quadrilaterals. They both have four sides, and they have four equal sides. Remember, rhombus's sides are all equal in length. What makes them different? Well, the angles in the square are right angles. They make that square corner. And the angles in the rhombus are not right angles. They are not right angles. All right, let's look at these shapes. What is this shape? What is this shape? You should have said that it is a square and a rectangle. What do a square and rectangle have in common? You should have picked that they are both quadrilaterals. They both have four sides. They both have four right angles. And they both have two pairs of parallel sides. So the top and the bottom, the left and the right, top and bottom, left and right. What makes them different? The square has four equal sides, but the rectangle has two pairs of equal sides. So the top and the bottom are equal, and the left and the right are equal. What attributes do this trapezoid and the parallelogram have in common? They are both quadrilaterals. They both have 4 sides. That's pretty much it. How are they different? The trapezoid has 1 pair of parallel sides. The parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel sides. So the top and the bottom are parallel. The top and the bottom here are parallel, but also the left and the right are parallel. Finally, what attributes do this kite and parallelogram have in common? You guessed it. They are both quadrilaterals. They both have 4 sides. But what makes them different? The kite has 0 pairs of parallel sides, and the parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel sides. So there are no parallel sides here, but we know 1 pair is here, 1 pair is here. We are going to be writing sentences in your math journal, so turn in your math book to page 112. And you're going to be sketching 2 quadrilaterals below, and you're going to record the type of quadrilateral that they are on the lines, and then you're going to be describing what they have in common, what they have different. So I have drawn 2 shapes on there already. Tell me what shapes they are. You should have said that they were square and a rectangle. What features or attributes do your quadrilaterals have in common? Well, they are both quadrilaterals. They both have 4 sides. They both have 4 right angles. And they both have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Top and bottom, left and right, parallel. Top and bottom, left and right are parallel. What makes them different? Well, a square has 4 equal sides, and a rectangle has 2 pairs of equal sides. So the top and the bottom are equal, but the left and the right are not equal. All right, draw 2 more. In your book, you need to be drawing these 2 shapes. Tell me, what shapes are they? This is a trapezoid and a parallelogram. What attributes do they have in common? You guessed it, they all have, they are both quadrilaterals, and they have 4 sides. What do they have in difference? The trapezoid has 1 pair of parallel sides, and the parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallelograms. All right, we are going to do a naming activity. I want you to tell me what shape this is. You should have said this is a trapezoid. It has the 2 pairs of parallel sides. You should have said this is a parallelogram. It has the 2 pairs of parallel sides. This one is a rhombus. You could have said it's a parallelogram because it does have 2 pairs of parallel sides, but I want to go with rhombus because they are equal in length. Rhombuses has 4 equal sides. This is a square. It has 4 equal sides, 2 pairs of parallel sides, and right angles. K is a rectangle. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides, right angles, but the sides are not the same length. This is a kite. It has 2 pairs of parallel or equal sides, just like the rectangle, but they are right next to each other and not opposite like a rectangle is. All right, so I will see you in your group time, and after you watch this EdPuzzle, you are going to do your home link, then your math boxes, and then you're going to do IXL AA4, I believe, until you get at least 80% on or 80 on your SMART score.